All right, looks like we are live. Hi, everyone. This is Coach Pete, and this is our group coaching hangout number 5. Thanks so much for joining me here today. If you happen to be out on the event page and you're watching like a video of us and you're not here live, I put a link in the comments below this video. So if you just pause or stop the video and then scroll down into the comments and click that link, then you'll be able to join us here live in the Hangout. So if you are watching as a spectator and you want to hang out with us live and ask questions and interact with everyone else, then please go ahead and click that link. Otherwise, just keep watching the video and have fun. So we're going to start this Hangout out like we always do, and that's with sharing a victory. So I'll go first, and then I'll go with everyone here, kind of left to right across my screen. So I guess my big victory today is that I actually made this Hangout. I was on holiday for like a week in Florida, and then I came back, and we had another holiday here in the States for 4th of July, Independence Day weekend, and it was a long weekend, so I was out again with my family on holiday for 4 days, and ever since I've been back, I've been working like crazy hours, 16 to 18 hours a day, and again, very late last night. And this call, I actually scheduled it in the morning, so I'm just happy that I'm here after only getting a few hours of sleep. And that's my big victory. So let's go with you guys from left to right. And looks like Agnesia, you're first.
Yes, my victory as well is that I actually made this Hangout. I just left work early and had to dodge a bit of traffic to get here. So yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. So we share the same victory today. Awesome. All right, Colin, how about you?
So I'd like to say the same thing, but that's just too corny. So my victory is that I was away in Australia for the last couple of weeks and still managed to do my weekly videos and submit those. So I'm pretty excited.
Awesome, good job. Yeah, those. I'm glad that you took advantage of the outsourcing, even though you were traveling. I unfortunately, you did better than I did. I missed my video last week because it was just impossible for me to shoot. In fact, I forgot my laptop when we left for the weekend, so I couldn't get mine done. So I'm glad that you did. Congratulations. Okay, Irene. Irene, are you still there? All right.
I finally got on.
We got JD on. Okay, JD. Irene seems to have fallen off. Maybe you can go now. We're just sharing our most recent victory with the rest of the group.
My most recent victory is I got on.
Yay!
Hey, I don't know what happened, but I mean I had to reinstall the Google Chat, and then I got a new headset to just the earphones. I thought the camera mic would work. It didn't work, and so I had to go get another mic and another headset. So here I am.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for doing whatever it takes to join us on the Hangout. And just to let you know, your audio sounds perfect. So
oh, good.
If you ever have this trouble again, don't hesitate to use those headset.
Right.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's funny with me. You know, I use these earbuds just to like cut down on any background noise between my speakers and my microphone, because I use a mic that looks like this. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, there it is. So that's my mic. It's one of those like directional microphones. And it works really, really good. Like I can stand almost anywhere in the room, and it'll pick me up. But the problem is that you have some kind of earbuds like this, because if you use speakers, it picks up all the sound from the speakers, and it like vibrates for everybody. So just a bit of a tip: if anybody uses a directional mic like that, and you can make it like if you have it somewhere mounted and you know, like blocked off, so you don't get all that feedback. You know, please share that little tip with the group, because I'd love to know how you do it. All right, and it looks like Irene, you're back. Can you hear us now?
I don't know if my mic is working. Is it working now?
It is working, yes.
Okay, it's my camera. It's not working again, so I had to put on another mic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Personal victory or business victory, how you can see it. I actually got a mail from Sean today, saying that I was one of the first 10 to submit my Marketer of the Year video.
Yay.
I'm going to be on the Hangout on Friday.
Cool, awesome, congratulations.
Thanks. So that's kind of a victory, I think.
Yeah, for sure. That's an awesome victory to share. I was hoping that at least one or two of you guys would make it into that top 10, because I saw some people like sharing their videos online, either in that group or maybe just because we're connected on G+. I saw them pop up, and I was hoping that at least one or two of you would make it into the top 10. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping to make that hangout. It's on Friday afternoon for us, which I'm usually out of the office on the afternoons on Friday, but hopefully I can make it so I can watch you live and see how you do.
Yay!
Yay! All right, cool. So thanks everyone for sharing your victory. I guess the only couple of things I wanted to mention to the group before we kind of open it up for some one-on-one interaction is number one, we do have actually one more group call left. I thought that that we only had one, but it turns out we do have another one. So as I mentioned in the last group call, I wanted to do that one the last week of July, so that when everybody gets home from the live event and they have like a week to process everything and kind of think about what they learned at the event, how they can apply what they learned to their membership site and to their business, and then come back and kind of share, their experience, what they learned, how they want to apply it, and then get feedback from me and the rest of the group. I thought it'd be a really good thing, a really good way to wrap things up. So I did send out an invitation to everyone via email. I hope that you got it. One of those where you click on the link, go to my group schedule, and then kind of choose your availability for that time period. If you didn't get it, I'll try to resend it. In fact, let me just make a note to myself that I will resend it immediately after this call. I'm using the old-fashioned note-taking pen and paper method, so I will send that out right after the call. And if you could get it and respond to it, I would like to get as many people on there as possible. And it's especially good if you're attending the live event or if you're not, because if you didn't get a chance to go and see the event live, then at least you can listen in on everyone else's experience and see what they thought, what they learned, and that sort of thing. So that's number one. Number two, if you cannot attend the live event, because you are participating in the coaching, you do get live access to that via web feed. So, Alex was selling the live cast of the event, and I can't remember what he was charging. I think it's like $197 or something like that. But none of you have to pay that. You get access to that. So if you can't attend the live event, send an email to Sean and copy me on it, and just ask how you can get access. I believe that one of them probably sent out an email notifying you that you can attend online for free, and it probably had some instructions, but I just don't remember seeing it. I get so many emails from Alex that sometimes one or two of them are bound to get lost somewhere, and I'm sure that happens to you too, being bombarded with emails from not only Alex but everybody else. So if you can't attend and you want to see the live cast, then send an email to Sean and or me, and then we'll get you that access. Other than that, I wanted to say a big congratulations to everyone on participating in the challenge and finishing strong. Hopefully you were all able to submit your application for the Hangout Marketer of the Year. even if you're not attending the event live, Alex did mention that you have to be present to win. So if you're not at the live event, you're not eligible to win anything. But he still wanted you to go through that process of filling it out and basically reporting what you've accomplished over the last 8 weeks or so, a little bit longer if you took the pre-training, all that sort of thing. So so if you haven't had a chance to do that, even if you're not going to the live event, go ahead and do that. And it's just a really good way for you to mentally recap everything that you've been able to accomplish so far. Just take a look back over the 8 weeks and see how much you've really been able to get done in like little bite-sized chunks that sometimes didn't seem like it was that much. Other times, if you had technical issues or something wasn't working or you didn't understand it, maybe it took a long time and could have been really frustrating. But now you get a chance to kind of review your body of work and say, wow, that turned out pretty good. Other than that, I think the last thing I want to just mention to everyone, because I've been having a lot of one-on-one calls with people over the last week or so, and one of the things that a lot of people get stuck on is kind of the look and feel of their website. And what I would stress to you is that it's never going to be perfect in your mind. No matter what website you have, whether you pay somebody $5,000 to create it, or you pay somebody $5 to create it, or you create it yourself, or no matter what platform you choose to make it, whether it's ours or your own WordPress or something else that you buy online, you're never going to be 100% satisfied with it. That's just the nature of who we are as human beings and of having a website. And I've seen it over and over and over again. People get stuck on how one button looks or what the wording says on one section of your website that you can't change, and they use that as a reason or as an excuse of why they're not successful, why their website's not working, why they're not adding content or doing some other aspect of their business. Instead of focusing on what's going to make them successful, they're focusing on that one small thing, which in actuality, the grand scheme of life and of your website is really not that important to the majority of the group. And JD, I'm going to just mute your microphone real quick because I'm getting a bunch of feedback. Hold on one sec. See if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. Okay, JD, just wanted to let you know that I did mute you because I was getting a bunch of feedback. So anyway, the most important thing that, in my experience, I think that you can focus on is just thinking of it as a business and trying to focus on the things that you need as a business to be successful. So as someone that has both an offline and online business, to me, there's really two things that you need in order to be successful. And then everything else is just kind of extra and fluff. The first thing you need is customers. If you don't have paying customers, you don't have anything. You don't have a business, you have a hobby. So you have to get customers that are paying. And then number two, you need cash flow. If you don't have cash flow, you don't have a business either, you have a hobby. So if you're doing this for fun, just to, as something as a side project that maybe someday will be a business and you don't really care about the results financially, then that's fine. Go ahead and keep doing whatever you're doing. Keep repeating the challenge. Keep making your website pretty. Keep learning, and that's okay. But if this is a business for you, then what you should primarily focus most of your energy on is, number one, how can I get customers? How can I get people to actually come to my site, or how can I get more traffic, more prospects, so they can see my information, see my sales page, my offer, and then hopefully eventually buy it at one point. And then number two, what am I going to charge them? What's my sales funnel? How can I process those transactions? How can I collect that money? So JD, I am still having trouble with your mic, my friend. I'm going to mute you again. JD, I'm going to keep you muted for the time being because I keep getting a bunch of background noise from you moving around and stuff. But I can hear you now, so I see you changing headsets, changing microphones and everything, but the mic is working. So okay, so back to the process with regards to a membership site. Then a website, what does that look like from a business perspective? Well, the first thing is the top part of your funnel, filling that funnel, which is trying to get those customers or prospects. For us, the easiest way to do that is to drive traffic to that grabyourfreegift.com site. That opt-in page where you're giving away a free gift for exchanging somebody's email address to get them on your list. And then that way you can communicate with them via email to try to get them to know, like, and trust you, develop that relationship, and hopefully get them to become a customer at some point in the future. That's the quickest, easiest thing to do. If you don't like that grabyourfreegift.com site, if it was only okay for the start of the challenge, but it doesn't really, it isn't really a perfect match to what you want to do with your website or what your niche is, then I recommend using some other type of lead generation program to get those prospects into your funnel and to build your list. I'll type the one that I think is really good, reasonably priced. It's called Lead. And I just put that in the chat box. You can just go to Google, type in lead pages. They have a blog actually that if you go to their blog, they do weekly updates and they talk about what like lead generation or even sales pages are working the best for their customers. They'll do case studies and they'll actually give you the template for free to use on a website. Now that template, you'll have to install it yourself, and you can hire a programmer to do that very inexpensively. In India or Pakistan or even Russia, you can hire somebody from like an online resource for less than $25 certainly to do it. But you should be able to get anybody, whether it's in the U.S. or anything, for under $50 to basically take that template, install it for you on your own website, and modify the look and feel of it. You won't be able to do that on your UMSS membership site because we don't give you the ability to access the back-end files. But you can buy any domain name and use it strictly for the funnel part of this process, generating leads, or putting out other sales pages if you want to test different looks and formats and that kind of thing that you can't ordinarily do with the UMSS site. You can have a programmer install it onto any domain, and then that's the URL or the link that you'll share. So lead pages is really good. They'll give you the templates for free. If you want to join lead pages, you can. It's like a monthly fee, and then you can host everything on their site, but you don't have to do that. You can do it on your own. So I recommend that you do that. And then the next step, once you get that lead, if that's part of your funnel, would be that email follow-up. So I do recommend highly that everyone spend a lot of time inside of iContact, which is the list management program that we give you with the UMSS. Even if you stop using your UMSS membership site, I think you should still use iContact. It's what some of the biggest internet marketers that I know that have very large lists use because of its deliverability and reasonable pricing. It's maybe not the most intuitive program to use, not the easiest. There are other ones that are out there that are easier. But as long as you get in there and actually use it and play with it, it's pretty easy to figure out. And Sean's given you some training videos, during the course of the challenge that you can use. And they've got their own training videos and help desk and that sort of thing to show you how to use iContact. So I would recommend that. If you don't want to use eye contact or you're not going to use our platform moving forward, then a couple of other options, like a big one would be Aweber, and I'll put that into the chat box. I know a lot of people that use one called MailChimp. Very simple, very easy. I think they give you, I don't know, 500 leads or 100 leads or 1,000 leads, something like that for free. So you can actually have a small list. They don't charge you anything, and then you can just test their system and see how it works. And then the most recent one that I've been experimenting with is called SendReach. And what makes this one a little bit more unique compared to the others is that it's integrated with like social media sites. And SendReach would go out to like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and other sites and pull information from people based on email address and name, and they'll apply like demographic data for you to that person's record. So that way, if you ever want to market to somebody, you know, say geographically or only to people between the ages of 40 and 55, for example, and you only want to send an email to that group, then you'll be able to do that in using SendReach, which I thought was really interesting and pretty unique. Maybe at some point all the programs are going to do that, because that's the kind of world or society that we're moving to. You know, with this online marketing and everything being you know, open and tracked by Google and Facebook and all these other websites. So so I think at some point maybe all of them will have that capability, but that's the only one that I know that has it right now. So that's kind of interesting. So that's the you know, the top level part, just getting prospects in and then following up with email, trying to get them to become a customer. And then the next part is the customer part, and then the cash flow part, and that has to do with the next part of your funnel, which is getting them to join up for your membership site or whatever else you're going to sell them, either your own product or service. Could be coaching, could be a mastermind group, could be a digital product, could be a video training series. You know, whatever it is, you're going to have to somehow develop that and then generate a sales letter or a sales video or you know, some type of process where you're doing a webinar or a hangout like this, or whatever you're going to do to try to enroll people into that program so that they'll actually pay you money. And then you have to process that transaction. The easiest way that you know, I know and that we do with the UMSS is just using PayPal. Yes, PayPal does take a small cut, but in the grand scheme of things, PayPal is it's very big, it's very trusted. Most people know PayPal or already have a PayPal account, and their fees, when you look at it compared to like getting a merchant account or something with the bank, they're pretty comparable. So I would be very comfortable, you know, with my business just using PayPal because it's quick, it's easy. Most people know it. It's safe, and you can create all different kinds of buttons, with which Agnesia and I were experimenting with yesterday. That you can create for different products and services that you want to offer and sell. Copy that code and very quickly just install it into a web page, either in your UMSS membership site or on any other website that you know you're going to create or that you're going to have a developer create for you. So that's the basic process. Everything else around that is really fluff, except for like the part that what you're going to sell people. You know, obviously you have to give them value for the money they're going to give you. So if it's a membership site, it's content. You have to give them some type of monthly content in exchange for that money that they're going to pay you any month. And that content can take any format. There's no limitations, and it's completely up to you. So it could be an article, it could be an audio, it can be some type of webinar where you're doing you know, PowerPoint slides and giving a presentation. It could be a coaching hangout just like this one, where you're doing some type of training and then a live Q&A, recording it and uploading it into your website every month. it doesn't really matter. It's really up to you, for you to decide what you want to do, what you want to give people, what you think is going to give them the most value for their money, and then convince them to become a prospect. I mean a customer. So so that content creation piece is probably the only other thing that you really need to focus on. So traffic, prospects, getting people to become a customer using a sales letter or a video or some other type of tool to get them to buy from you. That transaction process using like PayPal or something else, and then giving them whatever you're going to give them, and that's it. Anything else is just noise and fluff and a distraction. And if you can focus on just those few things and really like drive yourself to try to do that over and over and over again, you'll be very successful with whatever you're trying to do, whether it's an offline business or an online business. So that is my little spiel. That's the only thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. So at this point, I'll open it up for like live discussion. We can talk about anything at all related to the challenge, the live event, your membership site or your business, or anything that I mentioned in that little process of getting people to kind of go through that funnel. So if you have a question, you can just raise your hand or type it to the chat box, or just unmute yourself and ask away. And Anisha, I see that you dropped off and came back. Can you hear me now again?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard that last statement, but basically I said if you have any discussion or questions about anything related to the challenge, the live event, your current membership site, or anything, eye contact, or anything that you've gone through as far as a task, or anything that I just mentioned with that little business process for conducting online business.
Yeah, I think the only question I have is how much time will we still have in the challenge to maybe redo some of the work? There are things that I'm still working on and still improving, and so I'm not sure how much time we will actually have to still, before we actually start marketing on the challenge itself, how much time will we still have to improve on the site?
Well, I saw some posts yesterday in the Google Plus group that it looks like maybe access to the challenge tasks was taken away. Is that true? Can you guys still access it from your membership site?
I don't have my homework yet, but I did receive, somebody actually posted a link in the G Plus community, and that actually helped a lot. So I'm back online with the homework.
Okay, good. Yeah, here's a link too, because I tested mine this morning and it worked for me, but I just went directly to this link and logged in and was able to access it. But I think I could do that because I went through the pre-training from the very beginning, and I had like login credentials for Membership Site Central. And I'm not sure everybody does, because at some point Sean changed it where you can access Membership Site Central from within your membership site. So I'm not sure how you guys are getting in. Hopefully you can still do that and access it. And as far as like how much time you'll have when the challenge is over, which it's week 9 now, the bonus week. So officially, it ends with the live event. You will always be able to have access to all of those tasks and activities and videos. So you should always be able to have that capability to go in and log in and review it and go through that process again. It should not be taken away.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then Irene says she can't access week 9. Let me get a direct link to that. I'm not sure if it was officially released, not or yet, but let me see if I can grab it. There we go. when I'm running the Hangout, I've got some kind of program on my computer that's really slowing it down. I might need a new computer or something, but it like eats up all of my resources, and my mouse doesn't even hardly move. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everybody should have access to this already. Irene, let me put it in there. So there's a direct link to week 9, and I say that I'm pretty sure everyone should have access because it says bonus training and live event prep. So it's got a few things related to like traveling for the event, tips for getting like the most out of the live event while you're there, and then transitioning back home, to your business and to your membership site after the event itself, and then even has something about packing and traveling. So, so there is the opportunity to get some more points, and it's stuff related to the event and to the travel itself. Okay, can't access it. Okay, sorry, not sure I can help with that. It sounds like a technical thing. So if you can't access if for some reason, even using that link or through your membership site, then just go ahead and submit a help desk ticket, and then hopefully they can get it resolved for you very quickly. Sorry, I wish I could help, but unfortunately there's not much I can do with that kind of stuff.
Pete, I think I can suggest that Irene actually look at the G Plus community, and the link that's on there in the discussion actually works. So she might want to try that.
Okay, cool. That's the G Plusers community that we set up as part of the challenge, I believe is what you're referring to.
That's right, yes.
To access that, you'd go to, if you haven't done it before, you can go to G Plus, and then inside of G Plus, in that little drop-down menu on the left-hand side, is an option for communities, and then this community is, let's see, is it the G Plusers community?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. I'll just grab a link directly to that community and put it in here as well. I don't have a link handy for the one that Agnesia is referring to, but if you go into that community, and you may have, if you don't already belong, you may have to ask for like access, and then Sean will have to confirm that you're part of the challenge, obviously, and then approve it. But then you should be able to find whatever post she's talking about. All right, cool. Thank you, Agnesia. So, of you guys, the 4 of you, is everyone going to the challenge, the live event? Okay, Colin's a no.
Yep.
Katie's a yes. Agnesia's a yes.
Yes.
All right, and Irene. Yes. Okay, good. I see you typed it in the comments. Sorry. All right, good. So 3 out of 4. Okay, good. So, Colin, then, if since you cannot go to get access to the live stream, I'm not sure if you got that email, but just if not, reach out to me and/or Sean, and we'll get you at least access to the live stream. And I don't know technology-wise exactly how that is going to work. But I think that Sean does plan to like record it somehow or do something with that live stream, because he mentioned something specifically about the stopping and the starting of the streaming so that there's no music playing, because it's really interesting, and I just found this out over the weekend, that like if you shoot a video or you stream something and it gets recorded on YouTube, if there's music playing in the background, YouTube like scans that video, finds that music, and then like runs it, compares it to their database, and if it matches something that's copyrighted material, then they'll either like take that video out, or they'll limit it in some way so that like not everyone can hear it. And it depends on what type of copyright it is and what the copyright owner has given YouTube permission to do. So for example, we went to, we shoot off like fireworks here for our Independence Day, and we went to a party where there was like a band and fireworks and stuff like that, and I recorded my daughter dancing to the music and uploaded it to YouTube, and then my wife was trying to view it on her phone, and she was getting an error message, and I didn't know what was wrong. I told her, it must be her. It's not me. It's not the video. Well, then when I got home, I logged into my YouTube account, and I saw that YouTube had recognized that there was music and limited the video, so it didn't show in certain countries, and it would not show on a mobile device. You could only view it on a desktop computer. So it was really weird but interesting. So so with these live streams, I believe Sean does plan to record it. So even if you can't watch them live, you might have the opportunity to watch it at some point. If you want to see what's going on. And then just know that if the timing looks a little bit off on the video, that's why, because they're only starting it like when the music stops, so there won't be any music on that live stream at all. All right, cool. So I need you to put the link in there. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's the same one I had put in earlier.
It looks like it, yes.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, anything else anyone wants to share, or any other questions, comments, anything like that at all?
Pete, Irene had a question about Sean's spreadsheet. If you look at in the chat box there, the bottom part of her second last comment. I have a question: why was there not any data on Sean's spreadsheet from last night?
Sean's spreadsheet. What what spreadsheet, Irene?
Yeah, I don't think we all know about the spreadsheet.
Yeah, if Sean did maybe a Hangout or something yesterday and did a screen share with a spreadsheet, I didn't. I wasn't on a Hangout, so I'm not sure. So you can type it into the chat box maybe, and then I can check it out. If it has anything to do with points from like, oh, you got a link? Okay, cool. Is it a link to the spreadsheet or a link to the Hangout? Okay, cool. Yeah, if you could just post it into the chat box here, because I don't want to talk about something that I have no idea what I'm talking about. If it has anything to do with the evaluation points for the challenge itself, I know that all of those will be done by Friday. That's the deadline. And oh, the outsourcing spreadsheet. Okay, yeah, no idea. Yeah, I'll just wait for you to give me the link, and then I'll take a look. And if it's something that I don't know about, honestly, the best thing to do is submit a ticket, because the ticket, I think it actually goes to Sean himself if you do that help desk ticket. All right, cool. I'm clicking on it now. Let's see. Sorry, I clicked on it and it didn't tell me it was protected. So let me try to go over to my other browser where I have Membership Site Central open. Okay, click here to download the spreadsheet of the results for outsourcing after the third video. The spreadsheet will get updated as new results are collected by the outsourcing team. Okay. It's the first I've seen that. So it has something to do with keyword rankings. Let's take a look. It's just taking a minute to, looks like it's downloading and trying to open. All right, I don't know, the file is, looks like it's hung up for me. It just says downloading and opening. So not sure what the problem is. All right, well, so Irene, I guess I can't do anything with that link. It's not working for me right now. It looks like it's just stuck on the download process. So I'll have a, oh, now it finally opens up. All right, so it looks like it has everyone's like name. And then it's got some columns for like keywords, web link, stuff like that. But there's only like, I only see like 4 people in there. So maybe it's possible that they're still building the spreadsheet, because I mean, we've got, say 100 people in the challenge. Of those 100, I would assume that 25 to 50 had submitted at least one outsourcing video, and I only see 5 names on this spreadsheet. Irene, is that the same thing that you were seeing? I'm scrolling. I don't see any more. Oh, now suddenly they're popping up. Maybe it's still downloading. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I see it. And then for you, if it's not showing any results at all, I'm not sure. That would definitely be a question for a help desk ticket. And then, maybe Sean can better explain it, because this is the first I've seen this. So I don't know that much about it or anything about it. You sent Sean a ticket. Okay, cool. All right, I would wait to get a response on that ticket then. And can I ask, where did you learn where did you learn about the spreadsheet? Was it on a coaching call with Sean, or one of the Hangouts he did? Yeah, Hangout last night. Okay, cool. Yeah, so my guess is that this is probably something that is new, and maybe it's just not fully updated yet, but I'm only speculating. So I would just hang out, wait for that ticket response to come in from Sean or somebody else, and then see what they say. So sorry I couldn't help. Okay. All right, cool. Any other questions today?
Yeah, I have a question, Pete.
Mhm.
Where can I go to practice the hang? Whoops, my screen just went blank. Where can I go to practice the getting into and getting out of the Hangouts? Test out my equipment. Like this morning, the reason that why I was fidgeting around here is I was trying to use the ear plugs like you have, because I just got them, and I couldn't find any way to practice with them before today's Hangout. So I thought, okay, this is a good opportunity to do it. And so anyway, that didn't work too well. I was just very disruptive. So I went back to the good old tried and true, which I've got on right now. But is there some place I can go to test all this stuff? Also, I noticed that when I came online this morning, I had to reinstall the app because it didn't, I don't know what happened. So it's got to be a lot easier. Something's happening where I'm making it harder to do this stuff than it really has to be. Because if it's this hard, nobody's going to use the technology.
Yeah. So
Is there someplace I can go to practice to learn?
yeah, well, for sure. So a couple of things that you can do. Number one, you can just start on your own with like starting recording and stopping Hangouts on air.
So I just go and click Hangouts on air, and just that will allow me to do whatever I do, and then go and delete it afterwards if I don't like it.
And then go back and delete it, exactly. So, and you don't have to invite anybody except like yourself. So
right.
Like when I do my outsourcing videos, that is what I do. I basically go to Google Plus, I go to Hangouts, I start a Hangout on air, I give it a title and a description, and I just invite myself, and then I kind of get myself ready, and then I hit the start broadcast button, and then I record the video and talk about whatever I'm going to talk about, and then I hit the stop broadcast button, and then I end the Hangout, and then it automatically uploads to YouTube, and that's essentially the same type of process that I follow if I'm going to record myself doing anything, or if if I'm doing a coaching video with somebody else, like if you and I are going to just jump on a call and have a one-on-one call, that's the same process I follow. Or in my media training business, there's another guy, we always do our coaching calls together. We've got like a couple hundred people that we teach how to do like advertising and media buys, and that's the same thing I do. I just start that same exact process, and I invite him, and it's just the two of us on the call, and we just record it and go through the process. So you can practice it on your own. If you want to practice like with somebody else, inviting somebody, you can go to that G Plusers Facebook group, or not Facebook group, sorry, Google Plus group, our community, and then just if there's somebody in there, if you just type in a message like, hey, I'm starting to hang out and I want to practice, can somebody jump on with me? Then you can go through that whole process and just post a link to your Hangout inside of that group, and then usually if there's somebody on, people are typically like very helpful and will be happy to practice with you. So that's certainly another option. And then another thing that you can do is actually practice like creating an event, so scheduling a Hangout in the future. So if you don't want to just kind of do it, off the cuff, haphazardly, and risk not having anyone practice with you, try scheduling it a couple of days in advance. So just create an event, call it, JD practicing his Hangout skills or something, and schedule it for, say tomorrow or Friday, and then take the link for that event and go to that G Plusers group and paste it in there and say, hey, I'm just doing an event so I can practice on my Hangout skills, stopping and starting and recording and that sort of thing. Any fellow G Plusers that want to jump on, here's when it's scheduled, and I really appreciate your support and feedback, kind of thing. And then
Sure.
You'll probably get, like I said, at least one person that's willing to help out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, always take advantage of those communities. There's a few people that are really active, like I see Agnisha on there, and a couple of other people. And usually, if you have a question or want to practice or interact with somebody, there's usually at least one person in there all the time that's super helpful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, and don't forget, JD, we've got a couple of calls scheduled too, so you can always invite me as well.
Okay.
And I've done that before with like Emily, who's in our team, who's not here today because she's actually doing a Hangout interview of somebody already. But when she first started doing Hangouts, our very first coaching call, that's what we did. So we had like a 40-minute call. The first 20 minutes were just her and I talking and interacting and going through this process. And then the last 20 minutes, we like hung up, ended that call, and then she wanted to practice doing a Hangout, so that's what we did. She started one, invited me, I joined, she recorded it, all that sort of thing. And I'm happy to do that with any of you guys as well if you want to practice.
Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome. All right. Cool. Any other questions or anything I can help you with today? I'll do like a going once, going twice. All right, sold to the highest bidder. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. For those of you going to the event, I wish you safe travels. I'm sure that you'll have an amazing time, and I can't wait to hear about it when you get back. So please just keep an eye on your inbox for that email from me that has the link where you can let me know about your availability for that last coaching call in July. And then if you still have some one-on-one calls that are available to you, we do have until the end of July to finish those as well. So please go ahead and send me a request to get those booked. And good luck, have fun, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Hey, you're
Thanks,
welcome.
Pete.
Hey, Colin, just to let you know, I did get your IM. You're welcome. I did get your IM, and I'll